This is San Diego News Daily.
I'm Marianne Kushi. Let's get right into your top local stories. The LA County man who murdered his ex-girlfriend at a motel in Otay Mesa has now been sentenced. It really was an emotional day in court as the judge handed down the maximum sentence of 15 years to life to Eduardo Magana. 33-year-old Alexis Berenice Guadarrama Orozco disappeared 5 months ago. Her body never found. Several of her family members were in the courtroom this morning with a translator. Guadarrama's sister spoke on the family's behalf, fighting back tears as she asked the ex-boyfriend Eduardo Magana to tell them where she is so that she can be laid to rest and they can finally have closure.
She's not going to come back.
Pero sus hijos merecen tener un lugar donde visitar a su madre.
But her children deserve to have a place where they can go visit their mother.
According to the DA's timeline, Eduardo Magana met Guadarrama at the Star Motel in Otay Mesa. This was on July 15th. The very next morning, he was seen putting a large object in the trunk of his car, and during that same time frame, all communication between Guadarrama, her friends, and family stopped. Magana was arrested 3 days later near LA and later convicted of second-degree murder. In handing down the maximum sentence this morning, the judge called Magana's actions, quote, horrific, calculated, and perverse. We now know the name of the man hit and killed by a driver in Middletown over the weekend, as San Diego police need your help finding the man, the suspect who fled. We don't know the gender, actually, the suspect who fled the scene. It all happened on Sunday morning as the man was walking across India Street near Vine in Middletown. Police say the car was northbound when 58-year-old Alexander LaRue stepped onto India Street and then into the car's path. Investigators describe the vehicle as a gray or silver sedan. People who live and work in the area say drivers often go at speeds well above the posted limits.
That's one thing about this area. We never really see cops over here. So everyone's coming off the freeway super fast. It's crazy. There's not a lot of street lights underneath those bridges, so that would make sense as to probably why you didn't see them. But you should never do a hit and run.
The medical examiner's report says LaRue died from multiple blunt force injuries. Anybody with information, call the police. In the North County, and the Encinitas council member accused of assault is one step closer now to getting the charges dismissed. Last month, a judge reduced the felony assault charges against Luke Schaefer to a misdemeanor. It all stemmed from a dispute over street parking and trash bins last July. There you see the video. The judge has now granted him misdemeanor diversion, which means the charges can be dismissed under certain conditions. This includes, among other things, volunteer work and a $100 diversion fee. Well, it's Giving Tuesday, and what started out as a hashtag back in 2012 has now become one of the biggest fundraising days of the year for nonprofits. It's now a worldwide movement where millions of people donate to support causes that are important to them. Just last year, people donated more than $3.5 billion. And donations to the San Diego Humane Society will be doubled this Giving Tuesday. That's thanks to a $50,000 donation by the GEM Project. The Humane Society says that there is a 4% increase in the number of animals staying in the shelter. So far in 2025, the organization has been operating at 167% capacity for dogs and 125% capacity for cats, and that is actually up 2% from last year. Well, Chief Meteorologist Sheena Parveen will be joining us with a look at your forecast.
Hi there. As we head through the afternoon, we'll see clouds increasing pretty much later this afternoon, but earlier along the coast. For coastal temperatures, will be in the mid to upper 60s with an onshore flow. Inland valleys around 70. Mountains mid 50s, deserts low 70s. So our marine layer clouds overnight could bring us a little patchy drizzle. That could be the case tomorrow morning, so we'll be watching that. Tomorrow, inland upper 60s. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, low 70s and sunny. Nice dry weather pattern into the weekend. We'll look at your 10-day forecast coming up.
Thanks, Sheena. This year, doctors worry it'll be a rough flu season. The uptick in cases that San Diego is already seeing.
You count on breaking news
People running in the streets, they have their kids, they have their pets.
and help preparing for the unexpected.
Small fire right now. We'll keep an eye on it.
You count on stories from your community. You count on getting different points of view
We're still human.
and your voice being heard.
We need help.
You count on in-depth reporting
It's a mess, and it's making people sick.
because you know the whole story is more than just the headline. This is coverage you count on, only on NBC7 and Telemundo 20.
This is San Diego News Daily.
I'm Marianne Cucci. Welcome back. In Escondido, a vigil was held last night as friends and family remember Aiden Antonio Torres de Paz. He was an 11-year-old boy who was hit by a driver and then died on Thanksgiving morning. It all happened outside of his home, and his family says that he was running after a soccer ball. Over the weekend, police arrested the suspected driver, Hector Amador.
I think there's a mix of emotions. At first, it's peace that we don't have to worry anymore, that there's somebody out there that didn't stop, that person could be out there endangering somebody else. I think we're all still in shock and going through a lot of emotions, sadness, anger, happiness, peace, everything that goes along with somebody's passing. And this is a tragedy. A young boy whose life was taken. Nobody knows why except for God.
Amador was charged with hit and run, resulting in death. He is set to face a judge tomorrow. The TSA has announced a new fee for travelers without a real ID. Starting in February 1st, travelers turning up to airport security checkpoints without a real ID or passport will now face a $45 fee. That is up from the $18 fee that was first proposed last month. The fee covers a 10-day travel window, and flyers will be able to pay it online before arriving at the airport. The agency says the fee is necessary to cover the cost of enhanced ID verification systems. They also say over 94% of passengers actually already use a real ID or passport, so the fee is not expected to affect the majority of travelers. A new flu strain and low vaccination rates have local health officials concerned this holiday season. According to the county's health agency, the number of flu cases have more than doubled in the last month. That number is expected to surge this month and next month as well, which is considered to be the main chunk of flu season. And a new strain has recently emerged. It's called the K strain. It's a different flu strain compared to what was selected for the vaccine. But doctors say that makes getting vaccine even more important now.
So the vaccine this year is fairly well matched, but it's not a perfect match. You might get a little bit of illness, a runny nose, sore throat, but the vaccine will protect you from getting seriously ill, so you probably won't need to see your doctor and you won't need to go into the hospital.
Flu vaccinations are hovering around 22% in the county right now, which is below historical averages. Chief Meteorologist Sheena Parveen will have a look at your first alert forecast right after this.
You count on the NBC7 team to kick off your day
I'm Stephen Luke alongside Marianne Cucci.
and help prepare you for the unexpected.
So weather alert this morning.
You count on updates on the big stories in our community
This is a story we have been covering for weeks now.
and seeing their impact on your life.
Tariffs are a major issue for San Diego.
This is going to impact me directly.
You count on solutions for the day ahead
And we have lots to tell you about.
because you need to make the most of your mornings. This is coverage you count on, only on NBC7.
Hi there, NBC7 meteorologist Sheena Parveen. For today at the coast, temperatures will be in the mid to upper 60s by the afternoon, increasing clouds. Inland valleys around 70. Also some increasing late clouds with an onshore flow. Mountains mid 50s, deserts low 70s. We could see some patchy drizzle overnight into tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, we're still kind of cool, and then temperatures will be seasonable all the way into the weekend. Dry conditions too. Nice and sunny. The weekend looks great. A little bit of a warming trend as we head into next week.
Thanks, Sheena. And you can help NBC7 and Telemundo 20 spread some holiday cheer with our annual Toys for Tots drive-through toy drop-off event. That'll be on Friday, and you can bring a new unwrapped toy and drop it off at the Walmart parking lot on Murphy Canyon Road. Again, that's this Friday from 9 o'clock to 10 p.m. So thanks for listening, everybody. We have more coverage to count on NBC7.com.